Hey guys, I hope you are having yourself a happy day. Alright guys, so today's different. No piano today. Today I wanted to introduce to you, this is my baby, my 2008 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. I just picked up about a month ago. It is my third Jeep Wrangler. No, it's not because the other two broke. It's just because, with life, with kids, and then you get a pickup because you're moving and you got to get everything. Well, I'm back to normal. I got my Jeep again, did some customizations. I'm going to go through all of them with you. So stick around and I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to give you basically just a look as far as just the Jeep itself. I'll do a quick look around. The Jeep did come with those wheels. Honestly, I have no idea what they are, but it actually makes the Jeep look pretty good. I did add some customizations, obviously the star on it. I tried to get that military look to it, but honestly it came really clean. It only has about 74,000 miles on it. Which is actually pretty amazing for the price that I paid for it. But yeah, as far as a truck in general, it's an absolute beast. I don't know if you have ever owned a Jeep Wrangler. Maybe you're in the market for one, but I am telling you, from this being my third one, you will never ever experience a more of a fun drive than if you drive this. No matter what it looks like, it does not matter. It is an absolute beast to drive. Now, there are some things that I'm going to go over with you if you are a first-time Jeep owner or if you are in the market for a Jeep. But like I said, let me just give you a quick look of her, and we're going to go from there. And I will basically just show you just a few of the things that I got done and some new things just to go over with you if you are a first-time Jeep owner. So enjoy. Alright guys, so the first thing that I did was everything that I got was on Amazon. Honestly, all the decals, everything that I spent probably cost maybe $150. I will have some pictures up of the before and afters, but these, the headlights, those are the Angry Bird headlights. They're actually super easy to install. Let me see if I get it out of the way. It's just really clipped in. There are clips that are on the inside here that it clips in, and basically it stays there. Gives that Jeep, basically a little bit more rugged look. Another thing, the grill inserts. These grill inserts, another thing, these just clip in. So basically they're just stuck in here. And I do have a before and after picture which I will be showing pretty soon of what the Jeep looked like before. Stock, I guess you could say. And then after all the mods. Another thing that I added was the star on the hood, which is actually company. I'll put it in the links in the description. Looks really good. Like I said, I had a 2005 Willys edition. I think they only made 1,400 of them, and I wanted to somehow replicate my old Jeep with the new one. Obviously this is not the Willys. It doesn't come with the camo seats and everything that it has on it. Valjean 24601, if you know me, you will know I love Les Miserables, my favorite musical, and Jean Valjean was the lead character in that, and 24601 was what was on his chest. So I didn't add cosettes, anything like that, but actually it looks pretty cool giving it that military look. Yeah, it has the stars on the door, and basically that's about it. The only other thing that I really did, guys, to the back of the Jeep is I just did add these guys, which are actually a lot of fun. You can get these on Amazon for maybe like 30 bucks, if that. But when you brake, it actually gives it a really cool look to it. It does show the little Jeep symbol there. Another thing that I did here on the door, these you can get off of Amazon as well. These are little inserts, 3M tape on the bottom of them. I did add a little bit more 3M tape, and they're basically just stuck in here. Without them, it just has a regular green, the paint underneath. And then I did screw in the handle inserts, and I did, a lot of people complain about the screws being silver. I did spray paint the screws just to give it that black look to it, and also it has it on the back door as well. So now that we have pretty much a good understanding as far as the outside of the Jeep, what do you say we go on the inside? Didn't do a lot of modifications. I don't even think I did any modifications, but if you're in the market for a Jeep, you want to see what the inside's all about, stick with me and I'll show you exactly what it is. Alright, so the inside of a Jeep, basically it's pretty basic, guys. It's going to be as basic as they come. Number one thing I needed in the Jeep automatic. I don't know why I like the automatic. I wanted the roll-up windows because when you take the doors off a Jeep Wrangler, if you have the electronic windows, there's just a little electronic a connector, I guess, that you have to unplug. It's not a nightmare to do it. It's just a lot easier if you have the roll-up windows. Plus, I like the fact that it's just old school. On the inside of the Jeep, just has your basic dials, you know, and all that good stuff. I don't really want to go into a lot of detail, but just added a mount, and that's basically about it. I mean, it's real clean. I mean, super clean on the inside. The back seat is pretty clean as well. I might do a video of how to take the soft top off. I know there's 1,000 videos on YouTube how to take a soft top on and off of a Jeep Wrangler. It's really, really easy. It does take a few minutes. You can do it by yourself. Don't let someone say, oh, you need a helper. If you have a hard top, even if you have a hard top, there's some videos on YouTube of some guys taking hard tops off by themselves. You do have to climb in and kind of lift up with your head and everything, but you can do it. So what I want to do now, really just to finish up, is to go over a few Jeep things. And if you are a Jeep owner, you will kind of understand what these things are. So stick with me, guys, and we'll finish up the video here. So one of the things, if you are a Jeep owner, please, if you're a Jeep owner, you should know about the Jeep Wave. Now, the Jeep Wave is a cool thing. The only two vehicles that I know of in existence that actually do a wave is motorcyclists. They do like the bottom wave, like, what's up, man? Like, that's cool, you got a motorcycle, I got one too. And a Jeep Wrangler. Those are the only two. So if you're driving a Jeep and you see a Jeep coming in the opposite direction, just give them a wave. Now, there's a couple ways of doing the wave. All right, the first is the steering wheel, which is basically just like this. That's number one, right? That's pretty basic. I mean, how hard is it? Lift your two fingers up in the air and just say hi as a respect for the Jeep Wrangler coming the opposite direction. Now, the other way that you can do it really is if you got your right hand or whatever, you just do the down. So you go something like this. You can go down. You can go up. You can go the steering wheel method. But whatever you do, guys, there's nothing more frustrating than feeling like you're part of a club and going to say, hey, what's up, man? And they look at you like, what, did I do something? Like, what did I do to deserve a wave? You got a Jeep Wrangler, damn it. Show some respect. All right, so that was the Jeep Wave. Now, there's another thing if you own a Jeep Wrangler. It's a little bit more serious than throwing your fingers up in the air and waving to somebody. It's called the Death Wobble, the Jeep Death Wobble. If you have never experienced it, bring a change of pants, bring another pair of underwear or boxer shorts, because when you're going through the Death Wobble, you will feel like you're about to die. I ain't lying. It happened to me not too long ago. I was going about 55 on the highway, and all of a sudden my front suspension started shaking. You can see videos on YouTube about it. Your wheels will go crazy. You'll feel like you're about to die. Your truck is going to fall apart. Everything, you're going to wind up. Your tires are going to go floating away, and it's a nightmare. But just stay calm. Only 2 people, I think, in existence actually died from the Death Wobble. So the death, actually, terminology is pretty severe. It is kind of crazy. There's some videos of people laughing through it. There's a couple ways of getting through the Death Wobble, okay? Usually the Death Wobble happens when you're going anywhere from 50, 60 miles an hour or so. It's kind of crazy how it happens within those speed limits, but when you're going through it, there's a couple ways to get out of it. The number one way a lot of people will tell you to stay safe is to pull over on the side of the road, grip your steering wheel not too tight, but keep firm of your vehicle, move to the side of the road, come to a complete stop, and then start again. That's one way. That's the safest way. And then there's a lot of us out there who just say, you know what, you're starting to feel it come on, increase to 60, 65, it will go away. I've never experienced the Death Wobble in increasing speed. It actually got more severe, thank God, knock on wood. I have driven through it. When you do decelerate going through 55, you will start feeling it come on. If you step on your brake going under 50, it will go away. So if you are a first-time Jeep owner and you are driving your new Jeep and you're excited because your top is down, your doors are off, you're going by the beach, you're having a great time, and all of a sudden it feels like the vehicle that you just purchased is about to fall apart, don't fret. you're a Jeep owner now, okay? There's two things you gotta understand. One, put your hand up in the air and wave to the next person, Jeep owner coming the other way. And two, if you're in a death wobble, just experience it. Yes, there's a lot of things that you can do to your vehicle as far as getting it done. I know nothing about vehicles as far as maintenance. I mean, basic oil change, how to change my tires and stuff, but that's it. There's suspension things on the front end, bars and everything that you can get as a replacement for it to upgrade your vehicle. I don't have the money right now to spend on that, so when I do get the death wobble, it is what it is. I'm not gonna freak out like I used to. It's just part of being a Jeep owner. So another thing that you might entail when you're getting a Jeep, depending on what year you get. Normally, like mine, it's a 2008. It has happened before, and I'm not gonna actually go in the vehicle now and see if it happens. I really do hope it happens, so it gives you an understanding as to what it is. Basically, it's the clicking when you try to turn on your Jeep. It doesn't turn over. There's nothing wrong when it happens to me. There's nothing wrong with my starter. My battery's brand new. I checked all the cables and everything is fine. There's a couple ways that you can get out of it, but I'm going to show you that hopefully if it actually happens now. So stick with me and we'll see if it does. Thanks, guys. All right, here we go. So you're all excited, your top is down, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm the coolest person in existence, and you are, because you're a Jeep owner. All right, so this is basically what happens. My car's been off for about 15 minutes. It might happen, but it might not. Basically, when I put my key in the ignition and I try to turn it, sometimes it won't turn over. Let's see if it happens. Nope. Well, that's a good thing that my truck starts, but a bad thing because you have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, so basically what happens is this. You'll go and turn it, and it'll go just like that. You'll see the lights, everything, your dash will be fine. You could turn on your headlights, everything will work, so you know it's not a battery issue. Same thing, let's try again. Nope, my truck works great. All right, so if you are a Jeep owner and you do know exactly what I'm talking about, the number one thing that has helped me is not spending thousands of dollars on trying to figure out where the issue is coming with. If you have an automatic like me, the only thing I do is this. I do that for about 3 seconds. I go and turn on the vehicle and it starts every single time. So if you are experiencing that, like I said, it's certain models of the Jeep. I know the JK, which I have, the TJ, I think it happens in the late like 2005 and 6s, but you know, I'm not 100% sure. Let's try it one more time and see if it does it. Nope. All right, so everything's good. Everything's good with my Jeep. It's nice to know that it turns on. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope all the information that I gave will help you out. If you are a new Jeep owner, give yourself a round of applause. Congratulations, you're part of an awesome club. And also, guys, if you go on quadratech.com, if you go on a lot of, just Google like Jeep clubs or Jeep off-roading clubs, there's a lot of trails that are probably in your area. You can take your Jeep off-road and really see what it was made to do, which is awesome. I definitely recommend that for you. But again, I really hope I showed you my Jeep, which I did. I hope you got some information if certain things happen. But, you know, the death wobble, don't freak out. It's part of being a Jeep owner. I know it's weird because you're like, well, why did I buy a truck that just doesn't work? It does work. There's just issues with some of your parts of your suspension. If you call up any dealership and say, oh my God, I just bought a Jeep and it's shaking and I feel like I'm gonna die, they'll probably laugh at you because they probably heard 1,000 other phone calls of other new Jeep owners saying, I got the death wobble and I don't know what to do with it. But it's okay, it's part of being a Jeep owner, okay? So take your top off. I'm talking a lot. Enjoy your new Jeep, and I'll see you soon.